Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the most highly anticipated fight of the night. It's gonna be between Mike Tyson and Lewis Carroll, or whoever's the name of the other guy who always fights Mike Tyson when he's on. We're gonna be having a nice PvZ here, which is a change because we've had, not a lot of good matches, just a lot of mirrors, and those girls in the crowd are looking strong. Who are they supporting? Are they supporting Best or Jaedong? I don't know. Let's take a marvel at these people. That guy looks like he could be half Korean, half foreigner. Good for him. Yeah, so let me just quickly show you the player card. This is Jaedong's player card, and this is his photo. No one knows about what is happening with Jaedong right now. Early expansion coming down. I guess early pylon rather we don't know about. Don't treat something Zerg like don't read please from a white dude in the crowd. So yeah, Jaedong's gonna be located at the bottom left of the screen. His opponent is at the top left, scouting in the wrong direction already. From Best, this is not one of his best days. By the way, this is Best. Best is Best. Hello from Arizona, US. Leave a comment on my channel, Arizonan Warrior, because I know that you're watching, like that other guy who says, you know what, I was in the studio yesterday as well as the day before. Where are you now? Did you run out of tickets and go back home? And anyways, forge opening, I like this. I guess I'm not so sure, but anyways, there's gonna be some pylon shenanigans maybe on Metropolis. Can it be pulled out? I'm not so sure because no, and probably not. Look at this. The minerals are kind of really far, sparsely located. There's no tightening corners for you to actually apply that pylon cannon trick. But he might try to do it anyways. Anyways, the player card for Jaedong that was, and the player card for Best this is. There it is, a marvel of those guys' photos, and there is gonna be that pylon. I guess you could do it. I guess now the map makers make it so that you can always do it, this pylon trick. But you just need to close things up. And there's gonna be 3 drones from the high ground, 1 drone already on the low ground. He's gonna try to cover himself up. There's gonna be the drone attacking and morphing into the simulator. He's gonna try to morph himself out. He's gonna put on the cannon. Looks like there's gonna be just enough. Maybe no, both of the drone get inside or not. I guess not. He was forced to remake his cannon maybe because it was not inside, but now there's gonna be the drone gets inside though. 1 drone is damaged. He's trying very hard. Can he attack this other drone? I guess not. This drone is within reach of the cannon, so it looks like Jaedong has prepared very nicely here. He will come out and attack. One of the pylon probe dies, and so Best's attack has failed. He has completely been thwarted. Will he cancel his cannon? He will. Okay, he's gonna wall himself off because these drones can still go out, and there's gonna be a cannon. Looks like Best is also prepared nicely here for the battles. And the cannon completes. Yes, it's really damaged, but it's still complete. And now that's gonna try to attack. And looks like the drone cannot make the creep colony. There's gonna be a creep colony, but it's gonna be a little bit of a delayed creep colony. But Zerglings have been morphed already. Does Best go for a cannon? Okay, he does go for a cannon. Zerglings are going directly towards the expansion. No, he's not going because you know what? The Overlord is not there. So Jaedong has no idea if the enemy has gone for a quick expansion or a cannon or whatnot. I guess the other cannon will complete, and looks like I think the creep colony will also complete, or maybe he would not complete the creep colony. There's a lot of Zerglings. Jaedong has shown to us that sometimes he loves to go for these early Zergling attack here, so this is why Best need to make sure that his probe is gonna get saved here. Alright, he's gonna destroy the pylon just to make sure he's gonna wall himself, but there's a lot of Zergling. Best need to block his wall, but Zerglings are returning because this hatchery could potentially still die. Where's his scouting probe? There's his scouting probe. Zerg needs to come back, and I think Best will see that his enemy. Okay, this expansion, man, is so damaged. Of course, there are 2 Sunkens, so they could still be, protected later. But I could see a scenario in the late game in which Best just come in with a kamikaze, I don't know, 8 Zerg attack, and he sniped that expansion, this hatchery, because it's so damaged. Anyways, the game is back to standard now. So let's go with the usual and let's just enjoy ourselves with things that are not related to Starcraft. First of all, I'm going to show you a picture of Best and me taken when I was still in the pro gaming scene. I was, in my routine and waking up 5:30 every morning, take an ice cold shower, go down and run 20 laps around the soccer field, and then start training hard for my, for my pro league days, or pro league matches or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. No, this was a picture. I'm gonna reveal it now. It was a picture when I was taken when I was a tourist in one of these sites, and we just randomly met on the middle of this touristic site. I'm not gonna tell you the place or the time or the occasion, but we met for tourism. And it's like, hey, you guys are K-pop stars. Give me a photo. And they all just ball straight Mr. Rain right here, together with Mr. Best and Mr. Afrotoss and one random trainee. So that was the good old days. 3 hatchery come down. Does Jaedong go for 3 hatch Hydra? Jaedong, like I tell you, is not shy to go for a critical timing attack. He could be doing Zergling timing attack. He could be doing Hydra's timing attack, Mutalisk timing attack. He just loves to go standard and boom, all of a sudden makes like 9 lava full of stuff. But anyways, I love this 4th hatchery because it will cover for the 2nd hatchery, the expansion, which has been damaged before. Let's take this chance to take a look at the win rates and whatnot. To see how strong these players are. There they are. So as you can see, Best is 1346. He's ranked number 10, 9, 7, 8. And Jaedong has fallen out of grace. He's out of the top 10. But in terms of performances in the last 30 days, you can quickly check here. Jaedong against Protoss is 54%. And Best against Zerg is only 42, so Best is not that great. His strongest is against Terran. If he wins this game here, he will have a good fight against Speed, who, by the way, is very bad against Protoss. So that's that. Anyways, this probe is checking for decision. He sees that the Zerglings have not invested into Zergling with Speed, so he's feeling very, very safe. This build is going to be Spire. Okay, this is going to be a Spire build of another cannon at the front door. I've told you in a couple of occasions, when you are Protoss player, what you want to do is that you want to time the cannon so that by the time you have enough information to decide whether it was worth to cancel or to make the cannon, you still have enough time to cancel the cannon. That is the best cannon timing ever. And let's see, the Corsair is coming out now, so he shall see that there is nothing in the front door, there's no hydrant. He might cancel his cannon, he might not. But there are 5 hatcheries coming up, and he will be able to see the Spire. Can he get an overlord kill? He's gonna try very hard. Looks like the cannon completes. So this is not good, but he will make another cannon now. Outside of this cannon is rather a little bit too early. For my liking. I'd like to put it down. I'd like to see it down a little bit, later. But anyways, 5 Zelle start to come out. Forge is upgrading. The Zerlings once again don't have speed, and Jaedong has played a nice game of deception. He's a Decepticon. He says, you know what? I made a huge amount of Zerlings, but I'm gonna go full out macro from that point on. Just gonna be going for massive drones, expansions, and tech buildings and stuff. The cannons will complete now, so these Corsairs will get saved. Looks like the Scourges are gonna try to intercept that other Corsair, but he will not succeed, so that Corsair will return home. And nice to see that there are 3 cannons. He's gonna try to check the back door. There's a lot of lurker drop in this area in the late game, and we shall see anyways. Oh my god, Jaya! Come on, bestie boy, that was so easy. You have nothing to do. Your APM 340 and Mutalisk is what Jaedong has made. Like I tell you, Jaedong is not shy to make a random crap amount of, just huge amount of units, but it's gonna be double target. So this, this Mutalisk investment is actually not a good decision here. And so he will need to switch back into Illusion Chamber as well as Spore, and just sack his initial group of Mutalisks. They're useless. But of course, there could still be a chance, I think, for Best to come out. Best has invested a lot in this. He's made 3 cannons at the front door. He's gone for Stargate, which means that his ground forces is really late, and of course +1 weapons is done. He can actually push out right now. The Hydra is delay, so he can actually push out right now. Looks like there's gotta be some Scourges coming through, and he might snipe yet another unit. Another Corsair, so that's 2 Corsairs down, but now the double Stargate is going to be looking very, very strong. Best need to move out right now before the Hydra becomes a problem. I think he's got enough. Corsair need to just kind of group it nicely together. Do not do some crazy shuttle thingy. Anyways, nice clone Scourges, and yeah, you actually see that the Corsair is actually not very, very nice. He comes through and he loses 0 Corsair. He got damaged, but he didn't lose any Corsairs, and now they will get grouped up nicely, and the attack on the ground has commenced here. We might have a Dark Templar follow-up as well. This Mooch is gonna have to back up. The Overlords don't have speed. Yeah, the 3rd base is gonna be vulnerable. Of course, the expansion also slightly vulnerable with that. Actually, it's been very, very much damaged. But if Best cannot do any damage, then his initial Zealot +1 and leg upgrade is gonna be nullified, and it's gonna be Hydra's versus Zealot time, which will favor Hydra's. Do we have more cannons? No, we don't. And now we have 9 Corsairs. He's waiting for the +1. I don't believe it's worth waiting. Of course, he doesn't have information like we do. Anyways, yeah, the amount of Hydras is getting ridiculously large now, but the attack has commenced. The assault has started. He walks right across the map, and there's nothing to scout, so Jaedong will have very little information. He has a single overlord to react. He has reacted, and now the Scourge is going to start to move, and we might have Meteors going for the counter attack, of course, because during this time, the Meteors is completely useless against the Corsair. Zelle coming through, and a lot of overlords going to be falling here, but looks like Corsair's going to get surrounded from all sides. How many Corsairs have fallen? I guess 0. Nice attack, and these Corsairs as well as the Zelle will back up. Good attack. These Meteors are trying to look for those items. We're not able to see any openings. So Jaedong has held. Jaedong is looking good. These Corsairs are going to try to hunt for those Mutas, but so far they were escaped, and that is all that you need. You just need to keep those Meteors alive and come back later. You have a chance to come back later with more attacks. Best, of course, the king of macro. He's very good with coming out with a huge amount of forces in a short amount of time, but we shall see, because Jaedong's supply is looking good. He didn't lose anything. His drone production is intact. His economy is untouched. His Hydra is unharmed. Every actor in the economy is being, given the job, the ideal job to make sure the economy is functioning according to plan. And the other hatchery comes out. This is a secret base, but Jaedong got it discovered. There are some mutalists on that side of the map. The Corsair need to start to go over there right now to see it. Looks like the Corsair is gonna get trapped in the middle. What if the Corsair is damaged? Oh my God, where are you doing? What are you doing in the middle of the map? It is gonna be a huge push from Jaedong, but very, very lucky for Best. He did not lose any Corsairs. He just got him damaged. We have a Doctor that sniped something, not so sure exactly what. There's gonna be a Robo. Of course, you need a Robo. What about drops on this map? Which player can drop where exactly? I guess Jaedong could try to drop against Best's main base. There are no cannons here. There's just a couple of gateways, and if he drops there, it's gonna disrupt the flow of things. But it looks like there's gonna be possibly a small base rate. Mutual is gonna try to come in and snipe some of the High Templars. He get how many High Templars down? He get 1 or 2 High Templars. Looks like the Corsair out of position, and there's a storm that west the reinforcement. There's a reinforcement, but we still have another High Templar group in the back here, and the Zealot's gonna try to back down here, but there's no, they decide to move towards the bottom right. There are just a couple of Hydras, but they will morph into lurkers. Jaedong is in position to try to snipe something. This Dark Templar is checking for the situation. More Dragoon's gonna come out, so I guess best as a frontal area is not yet assaulted. Zealot's gonna get on high ground. Where are the lurkers? All right, there's gonna be some lurker morphing here, and some Zealot going through though, so that attack has been thwarted. But surrounding from the back, there's gonna be some drones. How many drones? Only 2 drones fallen, not that many, and these Zealots will get trapped. You need to go towards the right side. There's a place where you can run here. Well, I guess there are 2 places you can run. You need to run right now before you get completely cornered. He goes to. Do we have a lurker block? No, this is gonna be a Zerg. It's not gonna be enough to block here. But Best comes out and take the 9 o'clock position from side. There's gonna be a lurker surround here from both sides, and he's gonna try to engage on these Zealots. Gonna get trapped, but yeah, lurkers will come out, and Best is not yet engaging. But during this time, Best is free to take his expansion, so that's interesting. There's gonna be some nice attack, and it looks like Jaedong doesn't have enough money to morph into lurkers or what, man. He lost some Hydras already. Those Zealots, of course, will be sacked, but it's still not. It's not like he lost everything. I guess he still gets some Hydras, which is not a bad deal here. And he gets his 3rd base up for free. He's got his High Templars undisturbed. Of course, Jaedong has got his bases also undisturbed, and now economy is in favor of Jaedong. But if Best can secure his 3rd base with some cannons and some High Templars on the low ground, he's gonna be slated for nice economy here. But Jaedong's ground forces is looking temporarily very strong. Some lurkers moving towards the 3rd base. We have observers on not a single cannon, not yet completed. He will need to cover the area. More drones gonna get created. The game is looking very tense for the moment. Lurkers coming from both sides here, and for the time being, Jaedong is gonna try to assault where Best is temporarily weakened. He is gotta have to defend both sides at once. There's gonna be some lurker stop action in the middle. Zealot's trying to go out. There's no observers for now. Zealot's gonna be buying some time, and good storms. Very good. No, not really good turnaround by Jaedong. There's gonna be a drop here. We might have a lurker drop or Dark Templar drop. Excuse me, Dark Templar drop. Why would have a lurker drop? And we might have a High Templar drop. So he's gonna be going for some units here. He's gonna try to look in here. It looks like Best. He sees some Zealot. He drops the Doctor Templar. He need to run his shadow back. He's gonna be hiding his Doctor Templar in the corner, but all of his Corsairs have died, and so that's really unfortunate. But he left his Dark Templar behind. He says, you know what? I'm gonna just save the best for last. No pun intended, but no, the best is not last. The best is Jaedong. Now the ground army from Best is looking very strong. He's gonna push these lurkers back. Looks like Jaedong doesn't have the right infantry in the right location to stop Best's advances here. His next stoppage point will be in the middle of the map. He would try to have a better luck to hold on, but Jaedong, you know, supply very good. Oh my god, we have a dot triple slipping right. We need to wait for the major engagement before the dot triple could actually go and do some damage. He goes all the way towards the bottom side, but Jaedong has seen it. You don't want to send your dot triple in like in a random moment. You need to send it when your army is doing a frontal attack, man. This is, you know, Starcraft 101. Do not sing a single dot triple out unless your opponent is Namkraft, in which you can send it anytime and you will do maximum damage. Anyways, these lurkers are looking very good. Where's the observer? Where are the scourges waiting? He's gonna be trying to drop some nice storms here against the lurkers, but surrounding from both sides here. And Best is gonna back up. He's gonna try to keep everything together, and that was a waste of forces by Jaedong. But he still pushes through. We might have a storm just to slow down the Hydra's advancement. He's waiting patiently. He needs to cast a storm. That is a great storm, but surrounding from the other side of the map, he's gonna get completely wiped out here. But is there gonna be a reinforcement? There's no reinforcement. Dragoons are trying to move back. He needs to do some moving shot. He does get some lurkers. Observer, if they get sniped on, the game is over. Wow, Best is losing so much forces. Best has GG'd, and Jaedong has secured a ticket into the winner set. He's looking very dangerously strong. Thanks for watching. Enjoy this. It's going to be in the video. Bye.